You are now live streaming to YouTube. So,
yay!
Yeah, I think it's gonna take a little while. I've chose green on my end here, so yeah, we did it, guys. It only took a year. Do this shit live. So,
oh, I see it live. Racism in sports. Sports and racism.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but we don't get our cool intro this week.
Oh shit! Yeah, I forgot that.
Dun 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 dun. The effects of doing a live stream.
I could play it right now if you want, and then we could officially start after that.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do it.
Okay. All right. Play the intro.
Let's not be shy about it. If you put a man rabbit with his dingley-doo into a cow cage with a lady rabbit who hasn't got a winkle, then you get the Crow Show with your host.
An Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, an Irishman, and a Scotsman. And I think an Australian as well.
So,
sit back,
relax,
and enjoy.
Okay. Did you guys enjoy that?
I didn't hear it.
I heard it.
Okay.
Well, I heard some of it. It started buffering for me, so I just muted it.
Oh, okay. Great. Yep. So, basically...
Well, whatever. It's out there on the YouTubes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep, it's on the tubes.
Yay.
Something in here. See if this is...
All right, so, yeah, welcome to the first live show.
Mm-hmm.
I guess introductions. I'm the Zodiac. Rob.
Yep. And I'm Trigger. You can call me Frank.
No Frank for you.
So, anyways,
Rob,
yeah.
you want to kick us off with your experience?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Covers
For talking,
both.
it does cover both. I think that's where we got our topic for tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So, short story long. My wife won a contest at work that was for some sort of King's Hawaiian Rolls sales competition between all the stores in the district.
Mm-hmm.
And she won. So we got 2 tickets to go to Fenway for last night's game. And we had to get there. It was a 7:10 game. We had to get there at 11 in the morning. And went down to the field, had batting practice like on Fenway, down to the field.
Yeah.
Got to actually hit balls. It was fucking cool.
Cool.
So
Right.
I hit a ball in the oldest ballpark in America.
There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
Was it a home run?
No. I barely made it past the mound.
That doesn't count.
I hit a ball.
All right.
Yes, so it was
Says
fucking
you.
awesome. We met we got to meet Rajay Davis, who used to play for the Red Sox.
Mm-hmm.
He was down there. He was actually standing behind the fenced-in thing we had to stand in.
Yeah.
And he was standing behind it, and he would actually like give you some tips.
Hmm.
It was pretty fucking cool.
All right.
Yeah, they gave us a fucking tour. You know, got to go through all like the innards of the park. They didn't take us down to like the locker rooms or anywhere cool like that we wanted to see. It was all like, you know, the memorabilia kind of things.
Yeah.
But still neat. Little history.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, so we went to the game. The game fucking sucked. They lost.
Sounds good.
Yeah, it was all pop flies and foul balls all night. And then like we decided to get up and leave at the bottom of the 7th. And at the top of the 7th, there was a fucking 20-minute rain delay, so we left like right on time. Otherwise, we would have had to fight everybody to get on the trains.
Wow.
So pretty neat. But yeah, during the I think it was the 6th, maybe the 4th inning. These people who bought the super expensive green monster seats, like they're the most expensive seats in the park besides renting a box. They unfurl this huge banner that says racism is as American as baseball. While they were presenting an award to a retired soldier on the field, by the way.
Wow.
What? That's when they unveiled that?
Yeah, I don't know if they timed it for that, but that's what was happening when they decided to drop it. Like, they were dropping it down, and then they make the announcement. You douchebags.
Take them out back and shoot them. That's all that's needed.
They booted them. They
did?
It lasted up there for the recognition of the soldier, and then one batter. And by that point, they were forced to pull it back up, and they were kicked out of the park.
Good.
Yeah.
Man.
Money well spent for those $150 plus tickets.
How could people be so fucking stupid? I mean, it's not just that, or they're doing,
How can people be? That's like, they need to be when they leave the stadium, get shot by their own race, just to be like, haha, this is racism. Wow, I didn't like what you had to say.
Right? Like, well, people also take that whole freedom of speech thing a little excessively nowadays. Like, that was meant for the press, so the press doesn't have to bend to the will of the government.
Yeah, that kind of is.
Which now they completely do.
Yeah,
Well,
now they're just owned by the government.
Yeah, it seems like whenever you're coming out of a sort of a totalitarian style of government where one side's been like left for so many years or one side's been right for so many years, people try to swing way too far to the opposite end. Yeah.
Yeah, my main thing is, like, if you really think about it, out of that sign, out of the 3 main things mentioned there, we only invented 2 of those.
Baseball?
Baseball in America. Yeah. Racism's been around since the identification of multiple races.
Yeah, I know.
Ever since there was more than one race, there's been racism.
And it's the interesting part of that topic too is that you just saw that at a baseball game. There's been a lot of sort of, I don't know if it's controversy, maybe it is controversy over YouTube with the highest guy, the biggest guy on YouTube, PewDiePie, saying the N-word.
I was just gonna say, did you hear about that?
Yeah, I saw that. I was watching videos. I saw him say it. See, the thing is, when I saw him say
what was the context? Like,
okay,
you don't have to drop the N-bomb, but just give me some context.
Okay,
because I haven't watched it. I just heard about it on the radio the other day.
All right. Well, here's the thing. I don't really know who he was playing against, but he was playing a game that you can monetize and make money off of, right? So he's playing against some other guy, a few other people, and he's shooting at them. And I don't know if he knows the other guy, what his race is, who he is, whatever, this or that.
Yeah.
But he just shoots him, and he keeps trying to shoot him. He doesn't kill him. And he's like, N-word. And a few seconds later, he's like, oh, shit. I didn't mean to say that. He's like, you asshole. And he tries to, dip out and change kind of what he said.
Snap. So it was a hard R.
It was the hard N.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, it was the N-bomb with the hard R, not an A at the end.
Exactly.
Like, that little difference between the A and the R is what gives that, takes it from a greeting to hatred.
Oh, yeah. And he went into an apology video later on saying, I was wrong for doing that. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be, this kind of influence to other people and this and that and the other thing. And it just seems like
gamer.
What
influence?
He's like,
if
he's
you're
got
influenced by an online gamer.
Dude, he's got 50 million subscribers. He's
That doesn't mean they should listen to him.
that means they'll copy paste what he does. I mean, that's what ends up happening when you have 50 million subscribers, dude. You're gonna have people copying everything you do. You're gonna have at least 1 million of those people are your personal stalker. They're gonna do everything you do, go everywhere you go. It's like the percentage, you know. And I don't know. I mean, it seems like, and from what I've seen on YouTube, I've seen so many people trying to defend him, like, you know, he didn't do anything wrong. He just said the word. He didn't try to say it angrily. And it seems like...
Technically, hey, didn't he give someone a compliment? He got away.
Yeah, he sort of got away with it, but it's almost to the point that I think as an older person, you know, going back so many years, 10 years ago or whatever, you hear somebody calling somebody that, you know what the context of it is supposed to be meant for. You know, where this hatred, you know, you understand what the word means.
The context of it's really supposed to be meant for, it's supposed to mean an ignorant person.
Sure, but
exactly. But we all know that no matter what, like, it's just not supposed to be used anymore.
No.
Yeah, but it seems like the younger generation
trying to bring back cunt, though.
Is trying to bring it back to the point that you can just say it and it's okay. But, you know, I understand it's not going to necessarily offend a lot of people.
It's never gonna be okay.
But that's the thing. Our generation and older is going to look at that like, what the fuck is wrong with you? But then the younger generation is going to be like, it doesn't affect me. You know, and where do you draw the line on this? You know? So, I think it's still not, definitely not a word you should say, just due to the fact that it was used for, you know, black people in slavery, and that's kind of what it's indicated when it's kind of said. Yes, technically it's supposed to be ignorant person, but
you're right. You
still
can have freedom of speech, but you can have freedom of speech without being a douchebag.
Exactly.
Right.
Have a little moral high ground. How about that?
Yeah, I agree with that one. Definitely, yeah. Everybody knows that we're not supposed to say that at all, ever. Yeah.
But dude, you'll hear a lot of
people. It's been a
people.
long time since it's been like socially acceptable. Which, like, even I'm fucking baffled when I hear somebody saying that shit. Like, I got a lady at work that still talks like that.
Dude, people are saying it more now, and on YouTube, people are trying to defend him for how he said it and what he said. And sure, you can say different words. Maybe it doesn't have the same meaning, but that's one of the most forbidden words to say, you know?
Right? Like,
agreed.
Hey, killer.
It's like ketchup on steak. You just don't do it.
Right? Yeah, exactly, yeah. I think the most radical thing you could do is probably bacon with jelly. I think that's
what?
If you dip bacon into jelly. You know, if you ever went to a breakfast place.
What are you talking about?
And you get bacon strips and you have jelly with your toast and pancakes. You can dip the bacon into the jelly. Tastes pretty good. Yay? Nay? What do you think?
Oh, it's amazing. I've done that.
Yeah? Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I showed my little girl that, and she...
How would you not?
And she's like, oh, this tastes good. Yeah, yeah. But, I mean, back to the whole racism thing. I think that... Sure, he had the right, you know, this is America, you have the right to say whatever you want. Freedom of speech.
But
that's what I was saying earlier. Freedom of speech is not meant for you to say whatever the fuck you want to. Freedom of speech is to protect you from saying what you want to about the government.
Okay. Well,
like, it's not.
Yes, hate speech.
It's not free reign for hate speech. Yeah.
In the First Amendment, like, hate speech isn't allowed.
I'm just saying, like, he can say it, but there are definitely repercussions. He's not gonna just get away scot-free.
Exactly.
Even an apology video.
Even
an apology video is not, you know, gonna exactly cut it for everybody, and he's gonna get.
Yeah, I saw that he did that too.
You know, so I don't know. I still think I'm still the older generation. You know, if I hear people say that, I think, what the fuck is wrong with you? I mean, that's not something you should be saying, because just from, sure, the definition is one thing, but the way it's been used, for 90 to 100% of the time is a totally different thing. You know, meant for a totally different way of thinking. You know, so I mean that's how I see it.
It's like saying the swastika wasn't originally a Nazi symbol. Well, it got co-opted.
Yeah,
That's what it's recognized as now.
but you're right. It wasn't.
Just
But
don't tattoo it
now-
on yourself. And you're cool, but you know, just don't expect people to understand that all the
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I see that as terrible, and I think what ends up happening is and I'm not going to blame the younger generation for it. I'm just going to say they just get used to seeing things or hearing things, and then sometimes the context or the feeling for it is lost in translation somehow. And I hear it a lot more with that younger generation doing it. But then the older generation goes, oh, well, the younger generation's doing it, I can do it too. No, that doesn't make it appropriate, especially if you're going to do it like to millions of viewers. I mean, it's almost like...
Isn't PewDiePie like 23?
I have no idea how old he is. I've never watched one of his videos. I only know about it because it made major media.
I don't know. He could be.
He's just like an online gamer.
Well, he just does random shit. I don't really...
He
I haven't
sounds
seen too
nerdy
many...
as fuck.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really seen too many of his stuff. I mean, I saw some of his stuff, but it's not really up my alley as far as what
Yeah,
I
like
watch.
I don't watch a lot of YouTube anyway. I've stated that before. So I'm definitely not watching somebody named PewDiePie.
Right.
Well, last week you thought he was PewDiePie. So, yeah.
Exactly.
You don't even...
I don't know who the fuck he is. Like, he's supposed to be a big YouTuber. He doesn't register with me. Like, honestly, I know the names of YouTubers that I don't even fucking watch just because my kid watches them.
Mm-hmm.
Dan TDM, I know him.
Who?
He does a lot of Minecraft videos.
Oh.
What's the other one? Papa Jake. I know that guy. He builds fucking box forts and weaponizes Nerf guns.
Hey, that's kind of like when Trigger said the other night, it's Orlando, Florida. Yeah. Thought I forgot about that, didn't you?
Is that like Orlando Calrissian?
Yeah, he's Orlando, Florida. I'm like, where the fuck is Orlando, Florida? Like, I know where Orlando is,
I was playing too much Final Fantasy Tactics. There's a character named Orlando in there. That's really cool.
Okay.
Just say Orlando. Oh wait, no, that's not the same thing. Totally different thing.
I'll take your word for it.
Thunder God Sid, Orlando.
All right. I have kept my word. I gave you shit for it. No, I'm done.
Okay. We'll see you later, Sal. Thanks a lot for sticking around this long.
Oh no, I'm not bad. Just don't shit for the moment.
But yeah, so I've only been to 2 Red Sox games, getting back to the sports topic.
Okay.
Well, 3, but I was too young to really remember the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that one.
Yeah,
I went to one with my kid, and we lost. But it was a good game. The Sox played hard. There was a lot of hits, a lot of close calls. The game I went to last night, it's like they weren't even trying. Like it was all pop flies and fucking shit landed behind the plate and foul balls and fucking walking people. They changed pitchers 3 times before the 6th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Sox went through 3 pitchers.
How many times did they bunt?
The Athletics, there were no bunts. I saw no bunts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
The Athletics changed their pitcher, but I think that's because he...
Hit his pitch count?
No, he beaned somebody.
Yeah, that'll do it.
And that bean led to 2 out of the 3 runs that the Red Sox scored, because the next guy up hit a I can't think of his name. It's like unpronounceable. What is it? I think it was Bogarts or Bogaritz or...
Is it just spelled with symbols?
Yeah,
Oh,
essentially.
okay.
I think it was Bogaerts. He hit a home run that led to 2 runs.
Ah.
Or yeah.
Hmm.
But it was terrible. They were 7-3 Athletics when me and the wife got up to leave.
Hmm.
We're like, you know what? Fuck it.
Bad.
It's like 9:30 at night. This game's going nowhere. It's boring to watch because it's like they're not even trying at all to win. It's like watching your kid fail at Little League. Like you're just, except you can get up to leave.
Is it like watching a Brewers game?
I never saw a Brewers game like
Brewers
live.
aren't half bad right now, actually.
I'm always disappointed whenever I watch them. I've only seen them win one time out of the umpteen times I went to see them play, and just sticking around the whole game. Like
I've seen
I don't
them
know,
lose every game I've gone to see them.
they lost every game you went to see them too.
I was told that they're going there to watch the Cubs play or the Sox play.
Are you gonna go see the Cubs game at the end?
No, I'm not a Cubs fan.
Oh,
I
okay.
go with Cubs fans to Cubs games wearing Sox shit.
I'm gonna go.
You're talking White Sox, though, aren't you?
Yeah, the real
Yeah.
Sox.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are going to talk about Sox. Sometimes I think there's like gray Sox in the league
better
too.
Sox, man.
It's like gray
Actually,
Sox, black Sox.
Red Sox are
White
in.
Sox were
Red Sox are
originally
first in their
called-
league right now.
Yeah, the White Sox were
We're
originally
looking at
called
playoffs.
the White Stockings. All fucking stupid about it.
Do the Red Sox actually wear Red Sox? Because I don't follow baseball as much as you guys
No,
Depends on the uniform.
Red.
do. Well, that's hypocritical.
Like,
It depends on the uniform. There's different uniforms. I think the gray ones they do wear Red Sox, but
Well-
the red ones they wear gray Sox.
Well, bar none, they should be wearing Red Sox every time, just because of the
Right.
namesake. I mean, that makes sense. If you had a team called Blue Shirts, they should be wearing blue shirts every single time, no matter what.
like the Blues, and
Yeah.
wear like blue and
Long as they're not the red shirts,
hmm
'cause then they're fucked.
I haven't watched too much baseball. I've seen more football
Sci-fi
than
reference.
baseball, so that's where my knowledge is mostly. But yeah, I've seen
I
some
have
Brewers games.
I have almost zero knowledge when it comes to sports. I understand all the rules of baseball,
Okay.
but I don't really follow.
Yeah, I'd rather go to a game than watch it on television. To be honest.
Exactly. Like the only times I was watching on TV was anytime the Sox made the playoffs, and I wasn't like close enough to home to keep up with it off the radio. Basically,
So you two are basically adversaries with this. White Sox versus Red Sox, right?
nah. Our adversaries are the Yankees.
Really?
It's everybody's adversary.
Well, I guess
That's
it is.
that's the New England saying up here. Is I root for the Red Sox and anyone who beats the Yankees.
Oh man.
New England.
You know what happened
How's
with
that Tom Brady looking?
Tom Brady? Is he still playing? Because I haven't.
So you don't pay attention to football.
No.
Not this past year too much. No, but before that I paid so much attention. I saw the last week's game with the Packers. So my friend invited me over. I went to watch it.
Well, Tom Brady was fucking playing.
Well, I was just watching the Packers game, so I wasn't paying too much attention to
You
anything
went
else.
to go last Thursday to watch the game. That was the only game planned.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you were watching it.
On
So
Thursday.
What happened? Fill us in.
The Brady sailed a whole bunch of passes, looking a little old. Hopefully,
Hopefully, I like the hopefully.
I actually
That
wanted
man is
to.
it could just be a
God,
bad game.
Is
but
it wrong that I want to see him go?
No, everyone wants to see him fucking go.
I'm telling you, he's a god in my parts. Like I don't fucking
sure.
follow football at all, and all I hear about every time I go outside is Brady. Like I live in a tourist trap, so I mean, there's T-shirts literally in windows of storefronts as I walk to my car.
You walk outside, there's a guy walking down the street just saying Tom Brady over and over again. He's walking his dog. The dog is saying Tom Brady over and over again.
Yeah.
So the dog's
Dogs
name is Tom
Dogs
Brady.
don't bark, they say Tom. Yeah, like every house number is 12.
Yeah. You go down the wrong road. You're
Like,
like,
I had a dude in my speech class, and this is a fucking college level debate / speech class. One of his fucking persuasional speeches was about how Tom Brady is the greatest of all time and why.
wow.
He's not.
This
Tom
shit's
Brady
for
strives
college,
to be-
man. This is college credits. Are you not taking this seriously?
I'm
Tom
sorry,
Brady
that sounds
strives
isolated.
to be like one sports athlete. Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the saying still, I want to be like Mike. I've never, besides where you live, I've never heard anyone out here go, I want to be like Tom.
Was it Mike that
Like Tom
crossed
who?
over? Was it Mike or who was it? Who crossed over? Somebody
Jordan.
played. Yeah, it was him, right? He played basketball and he switched over and played baseball.
Oh, it was
yeah,
Bo.
after his father was murdered, he went and played baseball for a couple years. And that would be why the Bulls didn't win 8 straight championships.
Yeah, didn't he fucking blow at baseball? Like he was just okay,
that's right,
but
yeah.
not on par with the majors.
Yeah,
wasn't
baseball,
good.
he
That's
was
who he was.
he was so terrible. He
That
just
joke that's in Space Jam about catchers telling him what the pitch was, that was true shit. He still couldn't hit 300.
Okay, when was it that he went back and he coached the Wizards and was like, fuck it, I'm going to play for these guys and help them win?
After the 90s.
Was that after baseball?
2000, I think.
Was that after he
Yeah,
tried?
because after he stopped playing baseball, he went back to the Bulls and they repeat the three-peat.
Yeah. I mean, he's a god at that game. I don't think... I don't even know if... Did Kobe Bryant pass him up at anything? Or is he just like the newer version? Is that...
No idea.
Wow. Stumped you both. Well, at least Sal. Stumped Sal.
And plus
Yeah,
Kobe
I wouldn't
was
know that trivia.
before Jordan, I believe.
I don't even know what team Kobe plays for.
Lakers,
Yeah.
I think.
You know, the weirdest thing is I actually stopped watching basketball when Michael Jordan was done. It's like, as soon as he's done, it's really all I followed, all I really watched, and he's done. I'm just, okay, I guess I'm done too. That was the only reason I watched that shit.
I never gotten into it. Like
Honestly,
we had a basketball hoop
The
in my
reason
driveway,
people
and
like
like
the
that's as far as I
90s,
went with basketball.
see, the reason people like basketball in the fucking 90s is because there were a whole bunch of Hall of Fame players on a whole bunch of different teams.
Mm-hmm.
So it was actually good. Like, there were people who were just phenomenal.
I liked
why-
baseball
what's
better
his
back then
fucking
too.
face? What's that douchebag's face? He's still playing now. He thinks he calls himself the LeBron. Yeah, that motherfucker. LeBron James.
LeBron.
Calls himself the king and shit. Like, he didn't play. He has never played against the caliber of players Jordan and Kobe and Muggsy all fucking played against.
Do any of you guys have the Dream Team cards from the Olympics? You know,
No.
Michael Jordan and all the other star players were...
No,
I don't have any
but-
basketball cards anymore.
Oh, that
They
sucks.
fucking. Yeah, I know. I had a fucking 2 rookie Jordan cards signed and a holograph Jordan card I got that you were supposed to send in to get a replica rookie card, but I got that
cool.
signed instead.
Yeah, I had the
And then
holograph too.
My house burnt down and my cards were all underneath where the fire started.
That sucks.
Yeah. The first 3 sets of Magic the Gathering, I had complete sets of all the cards in mint condition.
I had, yeah, I hear that. I used to have a shit ton of
Dude.
Magic. Like I had almost everything.
I could buy a fucking house with that shit now.
Hey, do
Right?
you guys know which old baseball players are good? Because I've got a bunch of randomly assorted baseball player cards that my dad
Dude.
bought me when I was younger. And
You know why
it's-
they call baseball America's pastime? Because
Apparently it's
time
racism.
until football comes back on.
Probably.
Yeah, apparently baseball's racist. Like, weren't they the first sport to break the color barrier, actually?
Was that the I almost thought it
Well,
was
there
invented
was
in
a Negro
Positive?
League.
I almost thought it was
I can't
invented in
Positive,
France, but it
I'm
was changed
pretty
and
sure
in
baseball
redone.
in like 36 or some shit like that. Became a mixed league. I guess that's
I'm not
racist
sure.
to say mixed league. It became a people league with all colors.
Well, at the time, I mean, before that, it wasn't really socially
There were two separate
acceptable to
leagues.
have different colors in it. It was just the whites at that time, long ago, so that's why they called it mixed. But yeah, I mean, so they're the first sport to actually. I almost thought
I
football
don't
might have
know.
been.
Yeah, and then they
I
integrated.
think
They
so.
got talented players in there.
Jackie
Mhm.
Robinson,
Okay.
Right.
first player to break the barrier.
Dude, fucking David Ortiz has the bridge that you have to walk over to get to Fenway from the train is named after him now.
Hmm.
I think was it last year that he retired? Or the year before? I forget.
Hmm.
I don't even pay attention to baseball that much, dude.
But yeah, they named a bridge in Boston after him.
You guys are fucking dorks.
We love our baseball, man.
And you're from Boston, yet you have zero fucking Boston accent.
I'm not from Boston. I'm from
Thought you were.
Massachusetts.
Okay, you're still from that stupid ass area.
Boston was like 2 hours away from where I grew up. We don't get the accent out there. Well, some people do. That's mainly because their parents were transplants or something.
It's so weird that I hardly hear anything from you.
What, an accent?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have
You
much of
have
one.
one. He sounds like you and me.
Yeah, it's like he grew up out in the Midwest, actually. He's just saying he's out in the East Coast.
Yeah, I didn't have much of an accent to begin with, and then what I had kind of got bred out of me through radio school. So
Oh
Yeah.
you were saying that you had to, because you have to speak clearly and concisely.
yeah, brevity,
Yeah.
clarity.
Yeah, I guess that could be true with that. If you had
And
some
if you
like with your karate.
if you dropped an R and replaced it with an A, then you definitely got corrected every time. So eventually you stopped doing it.
Yep.
Yeah, fucking. I don't even know. Boston. You're fucking
Over.
fucking heavy ass retarded. I forgot about some vowels and a couple other letters accent.
Yeah, we do that.
You know what?
Hey, it's better than like one state over from you where you get the fucking don't you knows.
Yeah, the Minnesota.
Oh yeah,
Don't you know?
Trigger. Michigan too.
Yep.
You'll find that sometimes here in Wisconsin too, because
Dude.
we're close to the.
We were up in Gladstone fishing, dude. That's Upper Peninsula, Michigan.
Mhm.
The dude we rented from the boat, I swear, came from a TV series. Like, and you pulled a
You rented a dude from a boat?
or rented a boat from a dude. Yeah, that's true.
I'm just picturing you handing a boat some cash and then riding some dude out to go fishing.
The boat just randomly.
Like he's swimming like a dolphin and you're just fucking like holding onto his shirt collar.
I'm surfing, man. I'm trolling.
No, that
he
image is
had
gonna stick
a
with me.
thick, like what we would consider like Canadian accent,
Okay.
full of a boot, fucking. And you pull this out here, and then you pull this out there, and then you pull the cord right here. You let it run for a little bit, don't you know? And I was like, dude, I could listen to this guy talk for hours.
Yeah. Sometimes hearing those accents just
Like,
actually.
you know why
is
Highway
calming.
Through Hell became such a great series? Because they all talk like this, don't you know? Oh, he went into the ditch hard there, eh? Fucking awesome. Awesome. I love it. If I could have an accent, it would be that fucking accent.
Yeah. Yeah.
just to fuck with people.
Yeah, I could. I mean, I've tried doing some different accents and stuff, but I'm gonna be in the area for a while, and I can start picking up on it and start copying it. But I think the most interesting thing was when I went to Ireland, and I was talking to Irish people, and sometimes they spoke in their Gaelic tongue, and then sometimes they would just speak very fast English. And this one guy who was a military marine from Northern Ireland came down to Southern Ireland, and he was in the same bar I was in at the same time, and he was speaking English, but the only word that I could actually pull out of his sentences was the F word, and I was like, it's after a while I started to slowly understand some of the things he was saying, but he spoke so fast, and he was speaking English, and I couldn't fucking understand him.
You just look at him and you go, "Eh?"
Yeah, give him a Canadian accent and be like, huh?
Nice.
The fuck? What the fuck?
Hey man, A is strictly fucking Mexicano. The amount of Mexicans I've been working with on fucking construction jobs, and I went, "Hey, can you hand me that?" And they just go, "Eh?" I guess that's I don't speak English or something. I thought that was no habla inglés. But
That's supposed to be Canadian,
I
but
could
they
be
took it upon
wrong.
themselves to take that part. So
shit
That's-
would crack me up, dude. I walked up to a straight white dude, like fucking whiter than me.
albino.
Asked him a question about the job, and fucking he was Mexican, like born and raised in fucking Mexico, got a green card to come out here. Didn't speak a lick of English. He just looked at me and went, "Eh?" Like,
like Louis C.K. looking Mexican.
you're fucking white, dude. They got white Mexicans? Holy shit, I did not know.
Dude, we're everywhere. The whites.
Yep.
We're taking over.
We're not
Yeah.
doing a very good job of it.
I would say we are.
Yeah. Just. But as far as baseball is concerned, like in the past, the Brewer Stadium, you know how they have that Barney the Brewer kind of
Yeah.
mascot and shit. They used to have, and I think they still do have it.
It's awesome.
But they had this Barney the Brewer would slide down a slide into a jug of beer, but you'd see balloons come popping out, flying out.
Yeah.
Anytime somebody got a home run. Later on, they took that out because it was promoting people drinking beer. So I don't know.
The team's called the Brewers.
That's exactly my point. I'm like,
The team name promotes beer.
I know.
I mean, Christ, I've never seen anybody tailgate a baseball game before. Until I moved out there.
Oh yeah, we do it like
Really?
every time. You just tons.
I've
and
seen
tons
people
of-
tailgate football, but baseball, no.
Oh yeah.
That's probably because everybody's at the Yankee Stadium wanting to watch the
Then
Yankees.
I move
when
out
they're
there
playing.
and I have to time my commutes around Brewers games because I'm gonna have to drive through all that traffic because everybody's fucking tailgating.
Yeah, you kind of do.
And I gotta sit there in traffic for like an hour on my way to work, just smelling grilled sausages.
Right? You're like, son of a bitch. That smells
Because
good.
it's Wisconsin, they're not gonna make burgers and shit. No, it's all brats. That's all it smells like is fucking brats.
Yeah, and you got to salivate all your way to work.
Fucking Homer thinking of donuts.
So good.
Maybe I could just get off the exit. Maybe somebody will just give me a brat.
I'll pay for parking,
you're not
I'll
far
pay
from
for
it.
parking, roll through and be like, "Yo, I'm on my way to work. Smelt this shit from the highway." Buy a brat off you. They'd be
I probably
like,
could
"Here
have,
you
'cause
go."
If I on my way to work, I would have been in uniform. So
Seriously, if you're in the tailgating area and
Like,
you
yo,
talk
I'm in
to
the
some other
military, I'm
people,
hungry.
dude, I've gotten free food that way, being at tailgates and just talking to some other people that are also tailgating. If they want some of mine, they can have some of mine. If they want to give me some of theirs, it's like you can go there and just get a free brat sometimes, just from
The only time
being
that
friendly.
doesn't work is if you're there and your license plate says Illinois.
Well,
Right.
it depends on what team is playing, really. That's
yeah, if
really
you're
what it
not
depends
wearing
on.
Brewers gear, that's what it is.
If you're playing
Like if they
against
were
the
playing the Red
Cubs,
Sox out there, and I showed up in my Red Sox fucking jersey,
Oh, you'd be fucking.
I'd be
You'd say
ostracized.
you were?
I got fucking dirty looks going to the grocery store at a Red Sox out there.
No, it depends on what
Yep.
team you're playing. We will be playing the Cubs. So if there are Illinois people there, you're gonna hear something, you know. So yeah, it depends. Really.
Like a large chunk of my ball caps that I used to wear were Red Sox. Now I've got new favorites, but
You've got what's his name from Supernatural?
White Sox hat.
yeah, the Bobby hat.
Bobby hats.
I've got my Supernatural hat. I've got my got the one that I got from my fish distributor at work, which is like one of the most comfortable hats I've ever worn. So I don't wear it for work anymore.
Does it have air conditioning built into it?
It's a trucker hat, but it's fucking.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just wicked comfortable. It's real good quality. So fuck it, I ain't wearing that to work and getting it dirty.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey.
And then I have the Nightwing hat, which is made out of vinyl. Looks like an actual superhero costume.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of superheroes, well, I mean, I was, for some of the live stream I was going to do, I was thinking I really want the Matt Murdock glasses. But then I was looking at all the red shades, and I'm like, wait a second. Fight Club glasses? Let's get those. I got some.
The Tyler Durden.
I got the
I want
exact
the
replica.
glasses.
So I'll be
I want
doing
the
live stream with
glasses
that.
I want the glasses from Trigun.
Yeah, they sell those too.
I don't know what that is.
They're dope.
They're basically like the Matt Murdock, the round.
lenses, but they got the bar that goes back to hold the glasses to your fucking head. Has a squiggle in it.
Yeah, it's like a
jagged.
It's
like
a W.
sound line.
Honestly, the only
there's like
TV show
squiggle.
sunglasses I want are the
6 is not a W.
Doctor Who sunglasses. There, the Sonic sunglasses.
I don't even remember what those look like though. What are they?
They look
Because
like
I watched it.
they just look like standard Ray-Bans.
What color are
Kinda.
they? Black?
Who are you talking to? There's 2 people here.
Either
Trigger
one of you.
said he didn't-
I don't remember what
He didn't
color
know
they
what
were.
sunglasses looked like. They were just black sunglasses.
And the Trigun ones had yellow lenses with a gold frame.
Yeah. Those are cool. I like those too. But the thing is, when I was looking at the Matt Murdock glasses, I didn't see like the exact kind that he had. And most of them look like John Lennon frames, which had like gigantic circular, glasses to it. And because I just want the ones that you can see through and they make you, they let you see red when you're looking through it. Because I actually had a driving pair like this before. And
So you want some rose-colored glasses?
well, not pink, but yeah, the red color. But when I was driving in the past and I would wear the red shades that I had, I could see colors so vividly all the time. There was like, it's like it amplified my vision to some degree. Or if I wore green, but I just like red better. I like seeing through the color red.
What colors can't you see? Because you're colorblind.
Well, there's like, it's in between, there's some colors between yellow and orange. And I think there's
This is
From-
the worst explanation of colorblindness I've ever heard.
I don't remember the name for it. It's a complicated name. But there's also like, even when I play my Brigantine game, people keep telling me that the Queen's colors are turquoise, and I see light blue, and they tell me there's green in there. And I just see blue. I see a whiter blue and a darker blue, but they tell me there's like a green in there, and I don't see it. So I think it's not like the super serious kind, but it's kind of like the tints where it's like moving into a new color. I don't see that. So it's like sort of-
transitions.
yeah, it's sort of like
So
I'm
basically you just
a little
suck
more
at
black
color.
and white with my colors. Like it's either all one thing or all another. Like I guess.
Who told you were colorblind?
That's not colorblindness. That's just being a
Yeah.
dude. You just
Yeah.
see primary colors.
No,
Yeah.
I took a colorblind test and I failed it. And I tried to look up what it was, and people
Where did
from
you
what
take this test?
you can take a colorblind test anytime online. And
No,
if you don't,
I want you to go to an actual fucking place to do it.
If it's through Facebook, it's not a real colorblindness.
it's not. It was a real colorblind test.
Yeah, I require a medical degree to give me a diagnosis on what's wrong with me.
You don't need a medical degree. They're just going to tell you the same shit.
Are you sure? Because
Yes.
you could have just taken a crappy test, gone to an eye doctor, and then wasted a bunch of money going to an eye doctor, and they were like, "Yeah, no, you're fine."
No, that's not true. If you fail any part of the colorblind test, you failed it, and you have some form of colorblind. You can look up. There's varying different types of colorblindness. There's not just one type of colorblindness. There's a lot of types. Sometimes you don't have enough cones in your eye to see a certain color, and that's basically where it starts. But so
Great, now I gotta watch Coneheads.
I don't know why we're on this topic. Why are you trying to argue me on this, anyways?
I was just wondering where the origin came from, and then you said an online test, and I was like, wait. That's all. That's how that happened.
Okay, well,
Understandable.
I mean,
I don't know if
I've
I trust an
questioned
online
I've questioned numerous people on things, and they get pissed off at me because I tell them what I see the color as, and they get pissed off because they tell me I'm wrong, and we have arguments. This has happened throughout the years. So,
My wife and her
Were
mom
you with guys
swear up
or-
and down that her mom's car is silver, and I say it's green.
that's
It's
totally different.
she's owned this car for like 12 years, and we still have the same argument. I'm like, oh, it's the fucking green Toyota Yaris. Like, no, it's silver. Like, no, it's fucking light green. It's just metallic. It's not silver.
Right, just because something's metallic doesn't mean it's silver.
Yeah.
Just means it sparkles.
Exactly. Exactly. It's just a really
Green.
shiny light green.
I can get a black car in metallic too. Doesn't make it a silver car.
Nope. You
I like
can
the
get those
emphasis
changing
on
colors.
sparkles. Like, all I'm seeing is like fucking the Twilight vampire stepping into daylight.
God, I hated that fucking movie.
Just the way you said sparkles, that's what I pictured.
Damn it. That's what I do. Sparkly fucking vampires, a bunch of homos.
You know, my ex wanted me to watch that. We watched like about an hour and some minutes of that movie, and after a while, we're just like, both of us at the same time, we're like, okay, this is just not going anywhere. I mean, they just keep staring at each other.
The
You
theater.
know what it is? If you didn't know what Twilight was going into it originally, the previews for the first movie actually made it look halfway decent. Because originally I was like, oh, cool, vampire movie. I kind of want to see that. And then I saw more previews
Vampire
for it.
movie. That's all I thought. Vampire movie. And
Right.
then that movie started, and I was like, so
I
what
never even
kind
watched
of
it. I didn't get that
vampire-
far.
All right, I'm leaving.
Hmm.
Like,
My
I
wife
made
knew
it
somebody
all,
who
like,
read the books or something.
40
She's like,
minutes.
no, you don't want to see that.
Yeah.
I made it 40 minutes till I left, like the theater. That was the most expensive movie I've ever not seen.
I've never left. I always sit through the bad movie just because I paid for it. And I know I'm not getting my money back.
You're like, I'm not getting my money back, so I have to stay. I know what I paid
Exactly.
for. I know. It's like you put yourself in a bad situation. You're gonna stick it out, come hell or high water.
Nap. I'll waste $30. I don't
That would
give a fuck. Fucking fuck that. I got some popcorn. That's what I got out of the deal.
I'm cheap as shit, man.
Yeah, no, I'll absolutely just be like, oh, well, this is a waste of life. And I've done this before, and I don't want to do it anymore. So, goodbye, movie.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends on some of the movies. Like the last one I saw, that was The Dark Tower. I just walked out. I don't know if it was the food or I just felt sick, but it was probably a combination of those two. But I was just sitting through it, and I was bored. I was super bored watching it. I mean, the adventure with the little kid trying to get away, and then the gunslinger guy making his little statement, Every single time he
Oh.
has to shoot something, and then this magic dude comes in and randomly kills you no matter what. I don't know. It seemed like there were only 3 elements to the movie and there was nothing else. The visuals are bland. It was just... I kind of felt sorry for the director of the movie. He just had no idea how to put out a decent movie. I don't know if people liked it, but I thought it was terrible.
M. Night Shyamalan or something?
It was so dull. It was just ridiculously dull. And, and I figured, well, it's a Stephen King movie, so this shit's gonna last quite a long time. I don't know. I wasn't into it. I saw the It movie. Did you see the It movie?
Not
Brett?
yet.
You didn't see it yet. I thought you'd go see that.
I was going to, but then Red Sox came, so I saved my money for that.
Oh. You see it, Sal?
Already said not yet.
Oh, okay. I thought that was Rob.
I think we said it at the same time.
Might have.
Yeah,
Spooky.
I kind of want to see if I can go see it this weekend. But
Yeah,
I gotta see what's left after bills and adult shit. I gotta buy some textbooks.
it's not bad, but I don't know. I think
Textbooks, that's an adult shit, bro.
the first one was still... Yeah, it's a TV special, but I think the first one still had a sort of a spookier
Just fucking with you.
It character.
Yeah, Tim Curry is creepy. What he wants to be.
They did pretty good, though. But they did more CGI for the It character.
Well, duh. It's
Yeah.
fucking 2017, dude.
I know, but I'm looking back in time from what I remember long ago to watching this one, and
Go watch Children of the Corn.
I
But
have.
you can't compare Children of the Corn and It because It was a TV movie. Lower budget. Children of the
can, you know
Corn was
why?
a full-blown movie.
You know why? Because Children of the Corn is stupid if you watch it now.
Oh, yeah, I'm
Like,
sure.
it's something you should see on Mr. We're so old, the shit we watched as kids.
It
is
should be on
Mystery
MST
Science
5K
Theater.
by now.
Yeah.
Mr. Science Theater, yeah.
Like, seriously.
Oh my god, man. Now that you
Just
bring
the
that up,
camera
holy
angles,
shit.
the camera angles that they decide to film from are stupid.
I'm just waiting. At some point, The Lost Boys is going to be on there.
Oh, The Lost Boys. They need to remake that. I actually like that movie. That was a good movie.
No,
Kinda.
they do not need to remake it.
Yeah. I like that movie.
Nobody can replace that. I don't even know his name. The actor that played the lead vampire. Perfect.
Oh, what's that? He was
Well,
also in...
The young blonde one, not the old guy.
Yeah, he's in fucking that ABC show about being the president or whatever. Designated Survivor.
Oh, is he?
Or whatever. He's the designated survivor.
But he's
Wasn't
also...
that Kiefer
Forget his
Sutherland?
damn name.
Kiefer Sutherland, yes. Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. Shit.
He was just on
I forgot that was him.
It was on the tip of my tongue, because...
Because he's fucking fat now.
Yeah.
It's a side effect of getting old.
That's true. Have you
Ain't
guys
that
seen
the
him?
truth?
Have you guys seen him in Phone Booth?
Seen what?
Have you seen the movie Phone Booth?
Oh, I own it. Yeah.
That is awesome. I mean, he's not in it too much, but just his voice, the way he portrays the character.
That was an
he's-
interesting movie.
You know what it is? That is also a movie that's completely unrelatable now. Today's youth are going to watch that and be like, what the fuck's a phone booth?
Right. What? Phone? They don't have those.
Were
No,
those
it-
real?
no,
These were
it-
things?
It describes it in a movie. It was one of the last phone booths there that was going to be torn down in New York, and there weren't
Yep.
going to be any more of those phone booths. You know? But, I
My
don't
grandma
know.
actually has an old school fucking phone booth. Like, it's a wood phone booth.
I know a
That's how
guy who
old
has
this
one of
fucking
those
phone
too.
Booth is. And I have to strip it and repaint it for her. and I want to connect it. She'll be
Got-
happy.
Guy that I used to work with back in Connecticut had one of those that, like, he had a full-blown bar, like fucking man cave for his basement.
Cool.
And he had one of those old wooden phone booths that had a like a booth and table built into the side of it, for like from an old ass bar from that town. And when the bar bought it from the bar for like $800 or something. Fucking refinished it, hooked it all up, wired it into his fucking home phone line.
Mm-hmm.
So now, like, that's his phone for downstairs for his home phone.
That's insane.
Like, that's fucking awesome.
Got that shit to work. I remember when I was a teenager, my parents had a side basement area that I sort of turned into my man cave. You know, at a almost adult age, I kind of had that. And I kind of, I almost had it at a different point, but it's always fun to build those. You get your own
The man
personal
cave.
space. Yeah.
I kind of won with having the wife that I have because she loves all the movie shit that I love. So my man cave is basically my living room when I have one again.
That's awesome.
But yeah, like, all my shit in my living room is just all my movie stuff.
Yeah, I think every man should have a man cave, regardless. You know?
A space, just one space.
Yeah.
That's your own.
Well, that's what it is. You know?
Well, in Wisconsin, I had that. I had half the basement. It was finished.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I kind of had that
So,
too.
I need something like that again. Just my own space where I can do my podcast, fucking do homework.
Yeah, you kind of need that too. Like,
Somewhere where there's not another person within earshot, unless I want them to be.
you know, that's the thing about men too. I think, like, even watching, looking through the movie Fight Club again, you know, Durden basically was saying things like that. You know, you basically, I think what he was trying to get to is that men need some space, you know, to get their thoughts out, to get, I don't know, get ideas rolling, you know, some time. I think it's true. I think that's why men always feel like they need the man cave, and I think it's an important thing.
Or
I understand
could
that
be
women need to
girls
get
are
away
like,
too.
let's have a frou-frou room, and it's every room in the house. You're like,
Oh,
"Can
yeah.
I have a non-fucking frou-frou room, please?
Well, I mean, look at stores and malls. You know, you go to new malls and stores that are popping up, and you've got like an eighth of the store that's dedicated to men. The rest of the store is dedicated to women. I think
Pretty much.
they get way more stuff than we get as a whole. And even the house, too. It ends up being like that because a lot of men want to push for a man cave, and all they get is like an eighth or, like an eighth of the house, and the rest of the house is theirs. So it's almost like the same thing. You know, it's like...
Again, I win. Right now in my bedroom, I have a 42-inch flat screen. I've got a bed with no frilly shit. It's just TARDIS-colored comforter, white bed sheets, blue pillowcases with a big-ass fucking Doctor Who poster over the bed.
Well, congratulations, man.
Yeah, then to the left of that's all my Batman shit. Top of my dresser's all my comic books with the fucking Kill Bill sword hanging on the wall. Pretty sweet. I got a good deal.
Yeah, but dude, not a lot of guys get that lucky.
Oh,
with
I
all
know.
that stuff. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. I win.
yeah, you won the lottery. So,
I got a nerdy chick who likes all the same nerdy shit.
mm-hmm.
Except for Tarantino movies.
Well, you can't get everything 100%.
Right? Can't always win.
Yeah, but
Like, Hateful Eight, she's like, oh, this blows. I'm like, just wait this, like, 4 more hours.
Movie is awesome.
just wait, and just wait through the intermission. Dude, I watched that shit at 1:30 in the fucking morning. And
was
it went
dumb.
on for 4 fucking hours with an intermission. It was like a half an hour long. I'm like,
Right. Next thing you know, it's
You
like
don't know anything.
you finish the
Watch
Hateful Eight. It's like shit. It's lunchtime.
exactly. I'm like,
Damn it. The Seven Samurai, the movie, is like a fucking 6.5 hour long movie with a 15-minute intermission in between.
oh my gosh. Some of these movies that are too long, like Braveheart and some of these other movies, you just watch.
Now, see, some of them are long, but you don't notice that they're long because they have a good entertainment value.
Sure, but
Exactly.
after I watch it one time, I can't see it
But
again.
you
It's just
watch
too
some
long.
Movies, like the ending of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Sure. That's
Dude,
probably the only part
How
that I
many fucking
watch.
endings did you need? Like, there was like 12 endings in that end of the movie. I'm sitting there, have just downed a whole thing of fucking pop that's 40 ounces, and I'm like, all right, I gotta fucking pee. Is this movie gonna end?
Yeah, like which Marvel movie was it? One of the more recent Marvel movies, is like 3 hours long. Is it Spider-Man?
Spider-Man was long.
Might have been Age of Ultron. One of them was like 3 hours long though.
It could have been Ultron or Spider-Man, but
Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
no, I don't think it
Guardians of
was
the
that.
Galaxy 2 was decent length. That was a good movie.
It felt
too.
long.
It kind of did. I
It
don't know
was
why.
good. It was not as good as the first one.
Baby Groot is awesome.
Yes. Teenage Groot later
It's
on
gonna be awesome.
was amazing. Did you see
I
Teenage
can't-
Groot?
Yes,
The-
I can't
the
wait to
Credits? Yes.
because that's who's going to be the Groot in the first Avengers movie.
Mhm.
Is they'll have Baby Groot,
Oh, the Infinity Wars?
Teenage Groot, yeah, Infinity Wars.
Really?
Yeah, that's one I can't wait for.
Huh.
Every
Okay.
time
Yeah,
a new
dude.
every
Dude,
time a new
Tim,
clip
they're
comes out,
pulling
I pee a little.
Of their fucking, they're pooling all their heroes for this
Yeah.
shit.
And expectations
you know
are
people
that
are dying.
everyone's gonna die. Just expect everybody to die. 'Cause
I
a
don't
lot
think
of them
everyone's
are.
gonna die. I think the majority of them are gonna die.
Is that supposed to be canon? Everybody dies?
A
I mean,
lot
Winter
of people
Soldier's
die.
gonna survive. Scarlet Witch will probably survive. I'm pretty sure.
But you
Vision
never
will.
know. They already changed shit up like fucking Civil War.
Well, I mean, Spider-Man should survive. So I don't think
Pretty
he
sure
dies.
who was it? Cap died in Civil War.
Spider-Man will survive. Yeah, Cap dies in Civil War.
Do you say Spider-Man?
I said Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he.
They said it
will
like
survive.
Spider-Man, like he's
I said it real
Eternity.
fast.
Yeah, he'll survive, but like Hawkeye might be going down.
That sucks.
Fucking Scarlet
Like-
Witch, Black Widow's gonna probably die. Captain America's probably dead.
I could see Scarlet Witch, Vision, definitely Vision.
Vision
have
will
to
die.
kill.
Scarlet
They have
Witch.
to kill Vision.
Yeah.
But don't kill Scarlet Witch. She's the hot. Elizabeth Olsen is the hottest Olsen.
Right.
Produce a hot one that has acting talent.
The hot one.
Don't kill her off. She's so hot.
I could see her dying though. She's not a main character.
Hmm.
She's kind of secondary.
Yeah. Yeah, I just don't want
Right
to see
now.
Hawkeye die.
Right now.
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye's probably dead.
I
He's-
could, yeah.
He's
Hawkeye's
human
dead.
with a really good aim, dude.
Him
He's-
and Falcon.
yeah,
Well,
Falcon's probably gonna die.
Falcon can die. He
I
just
like
has
Falcon.
wings.
If
I
War
like
Machine
Falcon.
makes it back on his feet by
War
the
Machine
next
will
one,
die.
yeah, War Machine's definitely dying.
If they don't, well, it's either going to be War Machine or Iron Man that they kill off.
Can they kill off Iron Man though? I don't think he ever dies.
It's
least I
a
don't-
whole new universe, bro.
He could.
I guess.
I don't know. I didn't read Infinity War. So
I mean,
like,
I don't think
I read
Thor's
most of
gonna
Civil
die.
War.
Incredible
not
Hulk
get
probably
through.
won't die.
Hulk can never die. Hulk never
I don't
dies.
think they found a way to kill Hulk.
There's no way to kill Hulk. I saw this video on YouTube about there's a new game that you can get. It's a simulator game. And this guy put 20,000 Wolverines against 300 Hulks. And It was hilarious because almost anytime the Hulk hits a Wolverine, they just go flying. He just kicks him and he just go flying like a mile away. So all these Hulks flying through the air.
Marvel actually did a Hulk versus Wolverine.
Oh yeah,
They did.
yeah.
Wolverine was Weapon X. He was sent on a mission to stop a rampaging Hulk through Canada, and he beat him. Now, he didn't beat him by beating him up. He basically put him in a fucking sleeper hold. He was like, nope, 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 no. Every time I try to fight you, you fucking pummel me into the ground. So just go to sleep. Shh, shh.
Hulk sleepy.
Hulk sleepy asleep. And just fucking knocked his ass out.
Oh man, when are they gonna make a sports type game that's based upon all the Marvel, all the DC
Never.
comic heroes? It's sort of like they can go play, you know, a sport or something against each other. I mean, I don't know they do games, but
I don't know.
am I reaching?
Yes.
That might be a reach.
Okay. Well, I
I
figured
mean,
I'd try.
we have the fighting games. They have Marvel vs. Capcom coming out.
Yeah.
It looks pretty fucking awesome. Probably gonna get it.
Is it gonna have Spawn?
I'm waiting for one fucking fighting
No,
game.
Spawn's Image.
Soul Calibur.
Soul Calibur. They keep putting so many different odd end characters in that shit. It just, I don't know who they're gonna put it. Like they had Link in there. They had.
Well, they had
Well,
Marvel
no.
vs. Capcom
Yeah,
like
okay,
years
so
ago.
you're
So
thinking
they're
of
coming
the
out with a
games
reboot of it.
Special characters.
Yeah, but they always have some kind of special character they throw in there that is totally not even affiliated with anything.
Yoda was the shit, dude.
Usually it has to do with the system that it's on and who owns
Dude,
the rights
Yoda
to what
was-
games for that system.
I'm
I
just,
learned how to play Yoda, and let me tell you what. Yoda the man.
okay, I'm
Who
just
the
saying
man?
it's so
Yoda man.
it's so
I'm looking
out there.
forward to what is it, Celine? I think the old Darkstalkers character, the
Ooh,
female
yeah.
vampire.
Yeah.
She was always the best at Darkstalkers. So and the old Marvel vs. Capcom.
Okay, so was she a Lilith or was she succubus? I think there's two differences.
Lilith became the first succubus.
Okay. All right.
That's who it is, Lilith. Yeah.
Because I don't know. I was trying to figure that out.
Pre-biblical type shit right there.
Yep, the first woman before Eve, according to different lore.
Well, it was. There were more people. It's just those were the two that he chose to put into the garden.
Yeah, it's a different lore.
Adam and Lilith, and then Lilith was a fucking bitch. So God was like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Then he had to create Eve from the rib. So I think that's Gnostic or some other kind of lore. Yeah, but that's, I don't know.
No idea.
It almost sounds real though. So, I mean, especially with people talking about Lilith, and especially there's different. I was even looking that up too, and there were different names for the potentiality of Lilith, but a lot of the same similarities. Typically, she's represented like an owl.
Wasn't she one of the demons in Supernatural?
Yeah, and the old depictions of her show her as full red, all red hair, red skin, and like talon feet, or owls associated with her. So there's different names for her. Astaroth, I think, is one name, which is kind of like between a male or a female. And there's other names
God
and
of destruction.
different different religions and stuff. But basically, I saw one of these images. I'm like, wow, I didn't know this all came from all that. And then they basically say from her line came the Niflheim. So red-haired giants, blah blah blah, all the way down. So yeah, I don't know why we're getting on this topic, but
It's a random night.
yeah, it kind of is. I mean, we were
It kind of
talking-
came up, and then you ran with the lore. We just let you keep going.
Sorry, I
It's all good.
I can't. I feel like I can't stop talking sometimes on certain issues or topics, but
It's interesting.
yeah, it is. I mean, here's the thing too. Like, I'll see,
We could do
like,
a Christianity paganism episode.
You know
Sure.
what? You want to know
Yeah.
how I know what religion won? In the most honest way to determine it.
Money.
What year is it?
Ooh, yeah.
What year is it?
2017.
17.
But what's the specific part? What comes after 2017?
It's not AD anymore. It's CE.
Oh,
They changed it.
What
Why
is
it
CE?
C?
Current
AD.
era.
Current era?
And
Yeah, they're fucking
anything
retarded.
that
But
used to be BC is now BCE, before current era.
So
Oh,
they're trying to
yeah?
erase Jesus Christ out of it. Okay.
Okay, you know what? I don't know if I can completely get down with any of that shit. It's fucking AD BC.
I like it. I like it.
Like-
It takes religion out of the scientific aspect.
You
know
can't
what?
know.
You know why I liked it?
You can't.
Because it would like, hey, if you're Christian or Catholic, like think about it.
Well,
All
do you
the
know?
religion wars? You won. How do you know that? What fucking year is it? 2017 AD.
No. Here's the thing. I'm going to disagree with you on this, Rob, just due to the fact this is becoming more politically correct bullshit here. Just because of that. Here's the thing. Look at the weeks. All the weeks are named after Viking gods. All the months named after Roman gods and Roman Caesars. And so
Because that's
then
how it was always done. So we're not going to change that.
it's still the same thing. What are they going to do? Change all those names
Do you know?
for the weeks?
Do you know
all
why
the
it
names
was?
for the months?
Do you know why it was AD?
After he died.
And because that's when people started documenting shit. Before that, everything else is hearsay.
Okay, so that they started documenting it during the around Christ. So if they change it to another word, it'd be like, well, what does this mean before this area, but after this area? How does this correlate? Oh, well, they decided to change it later on to get
But
Jesus
other
out of the
documents not
equation.
pertaining to
What
Christ
the fuck?
were
It's-
getting recorded around that time as well. So
that is going way too far and beyond the Call of Duty.
it's
Even
just
though
I
recorded-
agree. It removes
recorded
religion
shit
from.
is beyond just Christ. Like it was being recorded.
Why
long
should
before
science
then.
keep
It's just- it
using
was being
Christian terms
recorded
when
on walls
Christianity
and
uses the
tablets.
term theory to debunk anything
they
that
have-
science
then-
proves?
Then the point is they
No,
have to
true.
completely change it to some other date. We have to be 127,000 year
You
CE.
can't do that because you have to change everyone's birthday alive.
That's
It's
what I'm
still the
saying. They
same
have to
year.
change the complete
They didn't change
thing.
the way we measure it. They just changed what we call it.
But then nobody understands what the correlation is to. And then people go back to try to figure out what the correlation was to. People are like, oh, well, it was supposed to be about Jesus. Well, then why didn't they keep it? Oh, because they wanted to be PC. What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense. Just keep the damn thing the same way it was for thousands of years. That way, people don't have this giant mind
2,000
fuck.
plus years. It's been AD.
I
That's why
know.
when you said it's not AD anymore, I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
when
it's
did
not.
that? When
It's
did I
been
miss
years.
this
They changed
fucking
this a
news
long time ago.
statement?
I'm just saying, like, especially with the weeks, you know, Monday, Moon Day, it's for the moon. You know, you got Tuesday, I think
But
it was
none of that has anything
Tuesday.
to do with Christianity. That's all fucking Viking.
It doesn't matter. They're not changing those times. They're not changing the weekdays to something else. Wednesday, Woden's Day, Odin's Day, Thursday, Thor's Day, Friday. It was like for Gaia.
because that
Saturday,
shit's like
Saturn's Day,
10,000
Sunday
years
was
old,
for
bro.
the sun. That was the worship of all those deities. Then we go to the Romans, you know. January is for Janus, the first emperor. I mean, you go through. I'm just saying, like, why didn't they change everything else? Just Jesus? Come on. Just because it's still being celebrated? People still celebrate the older pagan stuff with the Roman gods and with the Viking gods. They still, you know, they still worship that
Use
stuff.
whatever god you need to find a higher power that makes you a better person. That's my.
I'm just saying, it
long
looks
as it
like they
makes you a
went for
better
just
person, I don't
one
give a fuck.
thing. And they didn't try to change everything. Like, we just have to change Jesus out of the equation. What about the other stuff? Who cares? Just change Jesus out of the equation so that we feel better. It just
I will say this. Christians and Catholics are the main proponent going against like scientific discoveries that pertain to evolution and any other form thing that goes against their fucking God.
Okay, well, what about the Vikings and their lore and traditions and beliefs? That would probably go against it too. Roman gods.
No, none of the Viking fucking lores or traditions go against actual science.
Are you sure about that?
People.
Have you read a lot of the Viking lore? It sounds pretty out there.
And everything. There are still pagans that fucking have no problem with science.
Did you know that one of Thor's tests to gaining a particular bride was to drink from a horn, the liquid, the water that was in the horn, and drink it dry. And later on, he found out that he was drinking from the horn and it was connected to the ocean, so he was drinking the ocean. And one of his tests was to lift a giant cat, and he found out later on that the giant cat he was lifting was Midgard Solmer, and he was basically trying to lift the entire world. So, yeah, I would say they go against science.
So he was Atlas?
They sort of represented him in a sense like that, but he was trying to gain the favor of this giant king to marry the daughter. But, I mean, basically, that goes completely against science because he lifted a snake that was wrapped around the entire world.
It could just be a
well,
metaphor.
It's not based on science.
Yeah, that's the.
I'm just saying, you put that in the equation, that's not even remotely close to it.
None of those people are the ones promoting that science is false.
Well, they wouldn't go completely for it. They'd be going for their beliefs. They're not going to. If you had to present them science and their beliefs, and they're like, "Well, I believe this."
Well, you don't. See, that's a common misdemeanor. You don't.
What I don't understand is if people want to be that stupid, why do they have to make it other people's problems? Like, you can still believe that. We're just going to teach what's true.
Yes, I don't care what you believe. Here are facts, though.
Yeah,
the Earth is not.
That's all I'm saying.
5,000 years old. Just letting you know.
Like, we had an officer, like somebody I had to report to and salute, that didn't believe that dinosaurs were ever a real thing. Like,
I have a buddy like that, and despite all the evidence I show him, to be like, dude, the video you watched was made by a known flat earther. And then second off, the things that he's citing, he's calling upon incorrectly.
Oh, even better.
Well, there's things that, I mean, there were discoveries of giants and things like that. The scientific community will throw that out the window. Like, never happened.
There was actually a race of people that stood about 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
they
the
just
Niflheim
died out. No.
Yeah, they were called that.
I forget what their fucking caveman name was. Damn it.
They were called different things to different cultures. So, I mean, there were different things to different cultures.
I know what you're referring to the Niflheim is. No. I'm going to say actual people.
They were higher. They were taller. They were giants. What, you're going to tell me that aliens built the pyramids and not giants? Because I think giants built the pyramids. I don't think it was aliens.
And I think...
No, it was the Jews.
Right. Exactly. We know who built the fucking pyramids. It was the Jews.
There's a lot of debate on that.
In and out of the Bible.
There's a lot of debate on that as far as the perfection of building that.
Dude, and that's the modern theory of how perfect it is. But if you go 3 layers in on the blocks, they're not perfectly fucking cut anymore. They're jagged blocks with smaller blocks used to brace them properly, which raises a whole new question on how they did that. But it's not perfectly cut blocks.
Trial and error. I'm sure there's a lot of collapsed ones out there too.
Yeah. Right. How many of those blocks also burst because they were put under more pressure than they're supposed to?
I don't know.
Like, let's face it, they weren't aware of like advanced physics back then. I'm like, oh, if I stack 100 of these blocks up on this block, it'll be fine. But if I hit 150, the bottom block will explode.
Well, they might have been to some degree. I mean, they say that the pyramids are lined up perfectly with the stars in the sky. I mean, I don't know how you get that pinpoint accuracy without
but you know
being
what?
able
You
to
also
mathematically
combine that,
calculate how to do it.
the Sphinx, if you go by its actual measurements, did not have a head of a human. It's disproportionate to how they would have made it back then, and they wouldn't have made it that way.
Really?
It didn't have a lion or a human's face with a mane. It probably was a statue of a ancient lion.
Hmm. Yeah, that's the other thing too.
It shows signs of carving.
Because you guys are probably...
It also shows signs of weathering that could only be contributed to several thousand years of monsoon season, which correlates back to just before the Ice Age.
Yeah, there was probably a lot of rain there. I don't think it was all desert for the longest time. I think different areas changed with
like, what if the world gets 2 degrees warmer? Well, North Africa will be a fucking lush rainforest because, let's face it, if you make the world 2 degrees warmer, what's most of the world? Just a quick question, guys.
I guess.
Water?
Well, yeah. It's ocean.
There's only two, land and water.
Well, I thought you were going to say tropic zone or temperate zone or something. So
you increase the worldwide temperature by 2 degrees, you just increase precipitation. And now we get more rainfall. You get more rainfall across North Africa, that shit becomes green again.
Okay.
There's documented scientific records on
I'll be back in 1 second here.
North Africa was fucking lush forest. And at the time, due to ice cores and the CO2 built up in them, you can tell that that fucking shit correlates with when the world was about 3 degrees warmer than now. Also, at the same time, the equator never dried up and turned into a desert.
All right.
So there's that whole, if you make it, it'll destroy the whole... No, it won't. It'll make further north more fucking agricultural
like,
friendly.
yeah, eventually, but not during our lifetime.
Yeah, okay, fine. If you increase the temperature like 3 degrees, well, yeah, the equator will be a fucking sand dune.
Well, I think that's the whole point, is that exponentially we're going to kill the whole planet. Not right now.
See,
not during our lifetime, it's not going to fuck shit up.
I don't know. I agree, like most scientists do. There's only one consensus. The world is getting warmer. And then there's 30 different factions of why it's getting warmer. Now, there's the fact that the world goes through heating and cooling trends.
Well, you can't deny that we're definitely helping.
We could be, and you know what? Hey, let's continue helping, bro. We can take it up to 10 degrees before fucking the equator starts turning into dust. And then the equator is actually a really small portion of the planet. We can just move away from there.
Isn't most of the desert, though, around the equator? So if it gets hotter...
No,
it's going to all go...
Is actually not. It's just above.
Well, you got Arizona, you got the Grand Canyon, you've got, what is it, the desert in Africa.
Way above the equator.
You got the Sahara Desert. Well, yeah, it's a little above and a little below, but it's around that area.
No, all of those are way above.
Yeah, those are way above the equator.
You sure?
Yeah, the equator is more
Sahara Desert.
The entire equator is a tropical zone. That's the best place to live, quite honestly.
That's where a lot of the rainforests are.
Yeah. Now, you can expand on an equator because further north, the way you warm up the globe is it moves from just below the top northern hemisphere down and up. So you make it 3 degrees warmer, southern Canada, parts of Siberia now become able to actually grow food. Because their ground will thaw enough that they can actually grow food. I know there's But the oceans will rise. They've risen before. They've
They'll rise again.
gone down before.
Yeah, but once you
Like,
start growing shit in Siberia, then parts of North America and such start not being able to support life.
Not quite. Because the equator section doesn't heat up like the rest of it does. Plus, you got to remember, while all that heat is going on, you've got the massive oceans.
Wait, are we talking about the climate change shit right now? Is that it?
Yeah, we got on the climate change.
Okay.
Sorry. But, so, you heat up the world's oceans and produce more evaporation. You increase, oceans and lakes. You create more rain. Rain will fall in places currently where it doesn't actually fall, like the desert areas.
Mm-hmm.
While the ground is thawing for like a base type of vegetation in the northern hemisphere.
Hmm.
You're making it sound good.
Huh?
You're making it sound good.
It is good. It needs to happen. Like, fucking jack the temperature up like 6 degrees.
Like
half of Canada will be able to grow shit.
I was talking to you about this earlier,
Russia,
so
the largest fucking country on the planet. How about we make, but 3/4 of it's useless because it's frozen. No, let's make 1/4 of that fucking useful.
yeah, like we were talking earlier, so I was thinking that, they talk about the flood and all that in different cultures all around the planet.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. The flood.
But I think what ended up happening is that we had the ice caps melt.
The ice age ended.
And people had their villages too close.
Feet.
Yep.
Too close to the water, and they must have been like 200, 1,000 feet below sea level at that time.
Because you have the ocean to grow food, or to catch food, and then you have the land closer to the ocean that's usually full of nutrient-rich soil.
Mm-hmm.
So growing food becomes super easy too. So that's why most cities back then were based on the shoreline.
Yeah, they'd always be on the water.
The shoreline 400 feet, all those cities are gone.
Exactly.
That's why you find all these cities 150, 50, 100 feet below fucking sea level. And how did they do this? Did they have scuba gear? No, the ocean was lower at one point, you fucking retard.
Yeah, I was even looking to try to figure out where Atlantis was. I saw this person showing that before, when they were doing the maps and all that, the Google Earth had their maps out. They showed this strange squarish location in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean.
The Atlantic, just off the. I know what you're talking about.
You go directly.
The ocean more around.
Yeah,
like
you go directly
the Pacific,
west.
The South Pacific, the fucking Indian Ocean.
You go directly west of the pyramids. I think Giza, the Egyptian pyramids. You go directly west of it into the Atlantic Ocean, and it's there. And
it's way north of that.
But they said when someone was looking for it so many years ago, they just saw the top of like what looked like an island or mountain or whatever. But they're finding structures there, like directly west of the pyramids was supposed to be where Atlantis was, and the person that actually drew Atlantis drew it upside down, and it kind of matches the shape of what it was. So I mean, thousands of years ago, the ice caps were just so damn big that
there it is.
So you could have
you're
life.
Talking about is about 2,000 miles off the coast of Morocco in northern Africa.
Yeah, right from the Strait of Gibraltar, and even I think Aristotle talked about it too.
It's south of there by like 400 miles, but yeah, it's like if you look at Morocco, Marrakesh.
Yeah,
it's straight out from there, which is above the entire country of Egypt.
Yeah, and look at how, what was it, the 70s? They were talking about global cooling. Global cooling was like apparently a big thing at that time. Now it's global warming. Now it's global climate change.
No. Remember, it became global warming, and they're right. The world has started to get warmer. Cool, make it warmer, but they're not sure. It's not enough data to actually say it's us doing it. Like, it started warming in the 1700s.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
That's when the warming period we're in now started.
Jake is saying it's
The
been
30s
84
was
years.
the hottest decade on fucking record.
What year? What'd you just say?
The 30s was the hottest decade on record. That's when we had the Great American Dust Bowl.
Oh,
like
yeah.
In 34 or some shit like that, there were, I think, like 50 or 60 cities that were above 100 degrees in one day.
I do not know. You got me on that one. My phone's not within reach.
Yeah, it's people. Yeah, well, then you should go talk to China, because they produce way more fucking CO2 than we do.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yes.
So I don't want to hear
there.
We sell our coal to China because we're not allowed to fucking burn it.
Right?
No,
but they are.
You know what? I actually.
Although now we are, so haha.
I actually watched this. A couple guys on YouTube that do. I wish I could remember their names right off the top of my head, but they basically drive motorcycles around China, and they talk about their experience in China, and then they end up coming back here sometime. Like, they're both married to a Chinese woman, but they show pictures and video of China when there's smog, and it's just a gigantic fog everywhere. Just
it's like
skyscrapers high. Yeah. It's huge.
It's so funny. But remember when the Olympics was there in Beijing? Look how clean Beijing was. I'm like, you're right. And if you notice and you go back and you actually find the site, I forget what the site was, but there's a dude who translated papers from Chinese to English. They shut down all of the factories in Beijing and around Beijing and moved all the work elsewhere to remove the pollution, so the fucking Olympians wouldn't skip out, because Olympians were dropping out of going to the Beijing Olympics because of air pollution.
Right.
Wait, I gotta wear a respirator or a fucking special
mask just to go outside.
Like, no, dude, you had to wear like a level 4 fucking mask, which can block out quite a lot of shit. Like, fuck that, dude. They give me a level 1 mask when I get to the hospital.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
All right, boys. Well, I gotta call it.
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about a ton of stuff tonight. we started
Some
off
random.
A few topics.
We got about an hour on the main topic.
Yeah. Well, Jake's here. He's watching too. He said 84 years. I'm guessing I think what he means is it's been 84 years since I've last seen him. So, yeah. Dude, you're really freaking old now. So am I, if that's the case.
Fucking vampires.
Yep. Never die.
84 years.
84 years.
All right. Well, if we're wrapping it up, I'll throw my shit out there. The Crow Show on Facebook, or at The Real Crow Show, whichever way you want to find us. Adam the Zodiac or The Crow Show on Twitter. The Twitters.
Okay. All right. Yeah. And so also I actually need to update the mines.com. I haven't done that for a while. I've been kind of lazy with that. So I need to go update that on as far as the Crow Show is concerned. But also you'll find this the Crow Show on the YouTube channel, VeracityTrigger, my channel here. And Soysauce, it's fun to have you on tonight too. Yep. We went
and I forgot I also have a Crow Show playlist on my channel, and every Saturday is 6-pack, where we play some sort of shooting game normally. and shoot the
Mhm.
shit for about an hour or two.
Yeah, that we
It's
do.
fun.
So that's a live stream. Feel free to come join.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So we've got it there. We've got it here. We've got it everywhere. We were basically talking about racism. Kind of mentioned PewDiePie a little bit too because he's always a hot topic apparently. So mentioned him a little
And
bit.
a racist.
Well, if he's using the N-word just willy-nilly, I guess some people would probably say that, and I guess there's a high possibility of it. But I don't really know him that well. I don't watch his videos that much, so I don't know much about it. But we did talk about sports. We talked about baseball a little bit. We talked about football a little bit, and then conversation just kind of flowed everywhere else from that point. So I don't know.
Well, it's only week 1 of football. There's not that much to talk about. And then,
yeah, that's true. I mean,
baseball just sucks, so there's not much to need to talk about.
No, I saw the Aaron Rodgers game with the first game, and man, did he get sacked so many times. He got like sacked 5 times in that game. It was unbearable to watch. Like the whole first and second quarter, I was like, is anybody gonna do anything? And at the last second,
Yeah, I got Aaron Rodgers in my fantasy league.
I was disappointed with his performance.
Derek Carr.
I love Aaron Rodgers, but I was really disappointed with his performance this first game. It looked like it was one of the final games he had to play.
Imagine how Patriots fans felt.
Yeah, I don't really care about Patriots fans.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, you just are a Packers fan. No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that doesn't make
true.
you a football fan. That
All right,
makes
boys.
you a
All right,
Packers
boys.
fan. Good night.
All right. Okay. Have a good one, everyone. Thanks a lot for tuning in all the way. And thanks a lot, Jake, for sticking around a bit. I will be doing some live streaming of some other stuff next week. Probably doing Final Fantasy 12 on, I think I'll be doing that Monday. And then Wednesday I'll be doing Brigantine. So I'll be doing both of those next week. Live streaming of that. Plus we're also probably going to be doing more live streaming of the Crow Show, too. So, yep.
All right, well, good night, Jake.
Yep. And everybody else who's watching. Have a good one.
Well, there you go.
Yep. Good stuff.
Let's cue the outro.
Yeah.